Hello, hi, I am Salema dubcult, and to complement the release of my single Chant of the Goddess, I will be sharing with you my top five lessons, goddess lessons. And number five for me is knowing my worth or knowing your worth and your value. And I feel like sometimes we feel as though our value is set by the outside world rather than within ourselves. And for me personally, I struggled with that for years because I didn't understand or realize that it's you that place value on yourself, and then you go forth and you search for what you look for what you want, or you put yourself in a position to get what you want. At first I thought it was that I left it up to others to decide for me what is my value. So for me, that is number five. That is number five, knowing my worth and my value. Um, Number four is self-reliance. It's very important to put yourself in a position where you can rely upon yourself. And self-reliance don't mean that you don't need anyone for anything. It simply means that if the person that is there for you, God forbid, should pass away or anything should happen, you put yourself in a position that you can continue to take care of yourself, that you don't fall down on your face. So self-reliance for me is number four. And number three is to take the best care you can take of yourself. Be the most beautiful you can be. Eat well. Get the correct amount of sleep. Yeah. And do the right things. Think well, eat well, be healthy. Be healthy physically, mentally, all the ways that you can do healthy. You do that. Number two is to be kind always, and sometimes we're tempted to be unkind, especially when we feel like there's nothing to gain from a situation, or when we feel slighted, or it's easy for us to become unkind, not realizing that our attitude, what we say and what we do, is a reflection of us, and it affects us more than it affects anybody else. For example, a person, I see somebody cussing and they're making up all kind of noise and they think that they're embarrassing somebody else. But normally, when you look at somebody doing that, you don't feel as though you don't judge the person that they're in an argument with. What you do is judge them because they're the one that is acting out of themselves or behaving a certain way. So it's very important to remember kindness, to remember to be kind to those around you, to share when you have. Don't try to have everything for yourself. So when you have, you share. That's very important. And number one for me is no one wins an argument. My dad used to say that to me all the time when I met him, and I never understood what it means. And it simply means when somebody start arguing with you, or when you start arguing with somebody, you're not arguing with them because normally it's not to get your point across. Really, it's because you feel as though you're right, and so it's important to understand that no one's wins an argument. And when you understand that you don't argue, you put forward what you mean and what you want, and you leave it there. And it's also silence is important. It's good. It's good to be silent. You don't have to defend everything. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to be right all the time, or you don't have to feel as though you're right all the time. Sometimes you can let it go. So that is my top five. It was very short, and I got in what I could get in. I want to give you one extra one. You know. Self-love, and it comes with self-value and self-worth, and that is knowing what you're worth and accepting nothing less. And so if you feel whatever else you want to hear about the body, my single chant of the body is called now and standing up for people. And it's a very nice song. It's very close to my life. And so just check it out and support the movement. We're moving with love, with the utmost of love, with the utmost of confidence and faith. So, and I give thanks for the support, whether it be one or a million, as I've always said. I'm very appreciative of it. So give thanks until the next time. I am Salima Dubcult. And those are my top five goddess lessons.